So last night we did a late night live stream. You know, me, Excel, AP showed up, Evil Dead Ed for a minute, motherfucking Neffel. Who else was there? BB, Tennessee Marine, Doku was there, Mad Dodge showed up, Gaming and Yelling came through. And I'll be honest with you, man. You know, I always kind of found some shit fucked up in the world, right? Because 90% of ideologies that, you know, you come up with on your own, some old dude already discovered, right? Some guy wrote a book about forever ago. But here's the thing, though. You know, I've always said, and I've maintained this for a long time, that you know as much about life as anybody else who's ever lived, right? Because you're living life, and so were they. You know what I mean? And everybody's kind of figuring shit out as we go. No matter how much you meditate or study or spend time, you know what I mean, really thinking about things and philosophize. And that's why I fucking hate Nietzsche, right? And I hate these dumb philosophers. And I can't stand, like, the vast majority of people who try to tell you how to live your fucking life. And don't take this, you know what I mean, as me telling you how to live your life at all. And anyway, this is more along the lines, I think you should have faith in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that you know as much about life as anybody else does. Like, we have some basic guidelines and shit as men that we live by, which is why, like, I was hollering at Ed yesterday about being suspect. I had very, very little to do with, you know what I mean, the subject that got brought up. You know what I mean? It's because, like, I love Ed the same way, you know what I'm saying, like, I love, you know what I mean, any other men as far as my people I keep around me. You know what I mean, individuals who we've spoken, we talked about, you know what I'm saying, cried to me, you know what I mean, stood here motherfucking drunken, blubbering nonsense, you know what I mean, spent hours at night bullshitting with, you know what I'm saying, going down the motherfucking road while this nigga's all fucked up in the game, hurting, trying to figure shit out. You know, when you just stand there and listen, you know what I mean, throw in your motherfucking opinion from time to time, share your story with him so he understands that, you know, you're not fucking all fucked up in the game and shit. You know what I mean, understand, like, we all go through the same things. And that's kind of where I really get down to is like, yo, there's nothing new under the sun. Like, real shit. We talk about this IQ thing, how, like, you know, that us is not the U.S., that's us. You know what I'm saying? The vast majority of us, our IQs between 125 and 150, right? You know, the individuals out here, you know, who are like actual YouTube creators on this side of the spectrum, you know, they're guys like Tyro, me, fucking AP, Ghastly, Sinatra, Hard Bastard, Gaming and Yelling, all of us, we're all actually pretty high Q individuals. You know what I'm saying? Super intelligent people as far as compared to the average human being. And I know there's, like, you know, it's a Kruger effect or whatever, like, you know, like, but I know it's been studied before, but the reality is walking through your life, you know, it's something that, you know, you want to have, you should probably look at yourself, right? Or look to other men around you as to how they deal with things. You know, individuals who are in your same footsteps, because you can't look to a nigga who's a college professor. You can't look to a psychology professor. You can't look to a philosopher. You can't look to, you know what I'm saying, niggas who study psychiatry and shit. You have to look to motherfuckers around you and how they deal with these processes. And not all of them are good examples. You know what I mean? My pops, when I was younger, he told me he used to drink heavily at night to shut his brain off. I found there's better ways of doing it. Like, I do this shit. This is my YouTube thing that I like doing, right? Because legit, after I do a good stream or I stand here, you know what I mean, I put my full all and self into a video, and I expend my time doing these things, I get exhausted and I fall out. I stand here and, you know what I mean, I lay my head down and I sleep gracefully in the same way that, you know, I sleep gracefully after writing, or I sleep gracefully after, you know, fucking whatever, or after a long, hard day's work. And even then, after a long, hard day's work, oftentimes I find myself, my brain still, bzzz, you know what I'm saying, it's running a million miles an hour. And so when I'm sitting here today, like I knocked out for like 3 hours last night after the stream, and I watched some bullshit YouTube videos, whatever. Started watching the movie, and then I wrote. I think I might. Did I wake up and I wrote, or I wrote and then I woke up. I wrote and I slept. No, I woke up and then I wrote something. I found that expounding upon yourself and expounding what's actually inside of your head, getting it on paper, getting it on wax, getting it whatever, getting it out, and having other individuals get to it. You know what I'm saying? Helps these type of things. And these are problems that are extremely common, which causes, you know, I mean, a lot of fucking habits, a lot of habits among men, you know. And these are things that, you know, no psychiatrist is going to tell you about. There's things, you know, like none of these psychologists are going to tell you about. It has to come from an individual around you living that life. You know what I mean? And, you know, I feel like after I do some shit and I say some shit and motherfucking things don't go the way I wanted them to go, or don't fucking stand here and, you know what I mean, you know, act the way I want them to act, or if, like, you know what I mean, somebody disrespects me and I don't fucking stand here and smash their head to fuck him, I feel some sort of kind of way about it the next day. Right? Like I feel that way about it for about a week until I straighten it out. You know what I'm saying? Or until I straighten it out in my head and it dies down. It takes a long time. That's my balls. You know, that's that part of me that says, like, that nigga disrespected you need to go break him. And if I don't catch the nigga in like a week and a half, 2 weeks, I tend to let it slide. But it'll come back up if I see him the fuck again. You know. So I'll deal with Ed when the time comes. You know what I mean? Because that shit did bug me last night, how combative this nigga got. You know, and I don't fucking like that shit. Like, I'll be real. You know, like, out of love for a nigga, you look at a motherfucker and you go, yo, look, bruh, you know what I mean? What you doing to yourself, understand you worth more than that. You know what I mean? That's my mentality. You know what I'm saying? About many of the things that he does. You know what I'm saying? His way of handling his business is not conducive to motherfucking living life in a better manner. You know what I mean? And becoming the individual he wants to be. You know what I mean? But that's why, like, I look at a nigga and I go, you suspect for the moment. But it's out of love. It's not out of disrespect. And niggas don't get that shit because they don't have that shit in them. You know what I'm saying? Legit, they don't have that shit in them. And he's not the type to be able to, like, air shit out on some nonsense. And I don't want to air shit out on some nonsense. I just want to stand here, you know what I mean, and, like, you know, let that nigga know I feel some sort of type of way about something. You know, because I love him, and it's a different situation. You know what I mean? Because, like, yo, when you care about a motherfucker, you care about, you know what I mean, these niggas out here you helping, you know what I mean, you help them build, you help them become better men, regardless of whether or not you're in a better position than them or whatever the situation might be. You know what I mean? It's not hypocritical to look at a motherfucker and go, yo, look, bro, like, you all right? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, a homeless nigga can save a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it really comes down to. And as better men, you know what I'm saying? Like, you making sure that niggas around you is on point. You know what I'm saying? Makes yourself be better. You know what I mean? It helps you build yourself the fuck up when it comes down to it. And that's an important thing in life. You know what I mean? It really is. And like, as I said, man, you're like, yo, look, many of these olden philosophies about things, right? You're going to find them out in your life just to begin with. And then you go, oh, man, somebody already wrote about this. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Yo, it took you fucking 20 years or 23 years or 15 years or 30 years, whatever the case might be, of just living everyday fucking life to understand what this nigga wrote a goddamn book about and he worked for 40 fucking years on. I hate that shit. I really do. Like, you know what I mean? I really fucking hate that shit. The idea, like, you should control your ego. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? You're supposed to have a big ego. You're supposed to be confident in yourself. If you're not confident in yourself, you can't motherfucking move. You know what I mean? You're going to be second guessing yourself while you're walking through fucking life and shit. You're not going to take those risks and those chances that are going to allow you to be the individual you want to fucking be. That's a part of your fucking life that you're not doing properly. If you aren't willing to risk everything, you know what I'm saying, on an off chance that you could be successful, you're never going to be successful. That's some real shit. You have to step out of your square to be the motherfucker you want to be. You're never gonna motherfucking stand here and get a job, and I'm saying as a CEO, you're never gonna own a company if you just stay working at 7-Eleven your whole fucking life. That's some real shit. You're never going to have forward momentum if you don't fucking believe in yourself. That's why you need ego. You need confidence. You need that shit. And all this fucking dumb shit about you need to control your ego. That's feminist, fucking Marxist, communist bullshit. Real shit, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to do it. That's all the way 100 with it. If you don't believe in you, nobody else will believe in you. And if nobody else will believe in you, you're never going to lead shit. And if you're never going to lead shit, you're never going to be shit. Real talk. Real talk. High IQ shit, nigga. Just building it up. It is what it is. Anyway, man, yo, look. I wanted to get this shit off my chest. You know what I mean? Because, like, yo, it needed to be gotten off my motherfucking chest. Because I be getting tired. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, hearing nonsense. And don't take anything the wrong way, John, though. It ain't the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I appreciate you always giving me more insight and more information and trying to build me into be a better nigga. And I love that shit. I love that about you. And I love you for it. You know what I mean? But, like, I'm standing here and I look at it. And I mean, I kind of want to get us all on that level where we're, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, we're like, yo, look, man. Yeah, we can build resources. Yeah, you can stand here and build your intelligence and have this book learning. But honestly, if I can take 10 minutes and describe something to you, and this nigga writes a 500-page book about it, who understands the shit better? You know what I'm saying? Real talk, that's what it really comes down to. If I can break something down to you in 10 minutes, in words you can understand, in emotional states and mental motherfucking shit that you can place on yourself. I hate to be a dick, but who's, you know what I mean, who's the motherfucker like we should be listening to? And you all can do the same thing. I had the gift of gab, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. It's something I've been blessed with, but real shit, that's really where it is. I think that's fucking important when it comes down to. You know what I mean? Like, yo, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, I hate the nihilistic mentality. I really do. I hate all these mentalities because they all about to be fucking outdated any goddamn way here soon. You know what I mean? Because we're going from, like, having an expanding population to a contracting one. Everything's going to have to change. Everything in the world is going to have to be a different mental way. Everything's going to change. You know what I mean? We're really going to have to start thinking about things in a different manner and really taking an active step of controlling what's going on around us and paying more attention. We're not going to have the luxury that our parents did. That's some real shit. Anyway, man, yo, look, I'm Tom P from Pnoid News. Y'all know the situation. Like, share, and subscribe. Drop me a comment. You know what I mean? Tell me what y'all think. All right? I'll be around. Peace.